Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about difference between while loop and do while loop. So let's start with the while loop in Java. So in Java, a while loop check the condition before executing the code inside the loop, which means if the condition is false from the beginning, then the code inside the loop may never execute. So that's why it is known as entry control loop. So you can see the syntax, and the syntax will start with while, and inside the open and close parenthesis we have to put the condition. Here if the condition will be true, that means boolean value will be true, then it will come inside, and whatever will have code inside that while block, it will execute. And this is one simple example like how to print a number from 1 to 5. So here we have to create one variable int I equal to 1, and here we are giving condition like if I value is less than or equal to 5, then please come inside the while loop. And inside the while, what we are doing, we are just printing the I value, and after that we are just incrementing the value of I by 1. Please do not worry, we are going to see with this live example. So let's talk about what is do while loop. So the key difference here is that the do while loop guarantee the code inside the loop will be executed at least once, even the condition is false, because the condition is going to check after the code is executed. That's why we can say exit control loop. So this is the syntax, and here it will start with do, then open bracket and close bracket. So whatever code will be inside this do block, it will execute. After that, we are going to check the condition of while. In case if the condition is true, then automatically whatever we have inside the do, again it will go and run as a loop. And this is a small program. Here again we are going to create one variable int I equal to 1. Let's look at the same example of printing numbers from 1 to 5, but this time using a do while loop. The code block inside the do statement will execute first, then the condition is checked. If I is still less than or equal to 5, it will continue looping. So let's talk about the key difference between while loop and do while loop. And it is pretty simple. The while loop may not execute if the condition is false from the beginning, but the do while loop will always execute the code at least once, even if the condition is false. So let's try to see the code example, then we understand. So our target is what? Let's print value from 1 to 5. So how we can do? Just use an int I equal to 1. So what is the structure of while? We'll start with while, and here just give the condition is less than 6, or I can say I is less than equal to 5. Then just try to print the value of I. So first time I value whatever we have, it will try to print, and after that we are just going to increase the value of I by 1. So let's run. So you can see we are able to print the value from 1 to 5. Similarly, let's try to print inside the do while loop. So here it will start with do, and whatever we have the value, just keep inside the do, and after that inside the while, just we are going to see the condition less than 6 or not. So let's create another variable int j equal to 1, and here we are going to replace I with j. So I will be responsible for while and j is responsible for do while. So if you run here, you will see 2 times 1 to 5, 1 to 5 and 1 to 5. So now let's see what will be happen. Here if I will change the value as a 10, and if I change the value as 13, what it will print? Let's run. So when you run first time, on that time, we are checking inside the while loop like what is the value. So currently I is less than 6 or not. So I value is what? 10. So is 10 is less than 6? No. So the code will never come inside this line number 9. So it will go automatically line number 14, right? And here what happened? Here it will come line number 16, then 17. So you can see that once the line number 16 cross, then we have printed the value as a 13. And after that we are checking like is 13 is less than 6 or not. So you understand, right? The major key difference what is happening here. So when we use while loop, it will always check the condition first. But in the do while loop, the first time the code block will execute, then we are going to check the condition. So when to use while or do while? Use a while loop when you want to check the condition first and you are okay if the loop does not run at all. Use a do while loop when you want to ensure the loop runs at least once, regardless of the condition. So that's it for today's video. I hope this video will help you to understand the difference between while and do while loop.